Internet, Eric here, and Rachel's over there.
Hello.
We are finally back with another, I guess you would say, episode or entry into the Please Don't Make Me Watch series. If you're new to the channel, what that is I pick a movie that I think Rachel's going to hate, and she is forced to watch it without any electronic devices distracting her, and then she says what she thinks about it, and then in the next video she gets her revenge and just keeps on going. Well, this time it was my turn. And if you saw the live video on the Hey Internet Eric Here Facebook page, our daughter, in a blind choosing, pulled out of a bag Rachel's next movie. So Rachel had to watch The Man with the Screaming Brain. Yeah. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Plot spoilers, specific scenes, all that crap. Came out in 2005, written, directed by Bruce Campbell. Now, what we do in this series is I try to have Rachel give a little bit of the plot summary if she can remember it, and then she would do vice versa with me when it's my turn. So, Rachel, in your best attempt, what happened, or basically what is The Man with the Screaming Brain about, and I will correct you if you are wrong.
So a guy gets clobbered over the head.
Okay. Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell gets clobbered over the head with, I don't know if it was like
It's a metal
wooden pole.
Yeah, like a metal pipe, I think.
And a cab driver gets shot. So they basically are both dead.
Mm-hmm.
And some mad scientist, for whatever reason, thinks it's a good idea to put two different brains together to make one, I guess, superhuman kind of a person. I don't know. And that's about it.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, Bruce Campbell has a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, backstory.
Yep.
So for whatever reason, this mad scientist has an apprentice, I guess, that likes to play with robots.
Yeah, his name is Pavel, played by Ted Raimi.
Okay.
She doesn't care.
No, I don't care. He looks like a greasier Tobey Maguire, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, he likes to play with robots.
Mm-hmm.
And Bruce Campbell's wife falls down a flight of stairs.
Well, she's killed.
Well, right, but
yeah. Okay, good.
Down a flight of stairs. And so they think, well, what could we do with her body? Let's put her body into a robot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they do.
Okay.
She obviously, which is the weird part, it's not even funny.
Mm-hmm.
She's supposed to be like so powerful and everything like that, but she doesn't move any faster than a sloth would.
Yeah, she literally walks like she's doing like the robot dance.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And they have the hardest time catching up to her for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is just the plot. We'll get to what you really hated and stuff in a little bit.
Okay.
You tell me when you're done describing.
And well,
if you think that's it.
I think that's about all.
You're pretty much spot on. There's a little bit more to it. Bruce Campbell and his wife, I think they're insurance people. I don't fucking know. They're in Bulgaria, and Bruce and his wife, obviously, they have a strained marriage, and he wants to try to renew his love by buying his wife a wedding ring or some shit like that.
Diamond or something, yeah.
They end up going through Gypsy Town.
Which is basically Cabrini Green.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You don't want to get out of the car.
Yeah, in Bulgaria, because the driver says rule number 1, don't get out of the car. Rule number 2, remember rule number 1.
Yeah.
And basically what happens is the wife falls for the cab driver, who I think is like KGB or Russian intelligence or something like that. Falls for him. They have a fling. Bruce almost has a fling with this gypsy woman. She steals the wedding ring. He tries to steal it back. He gets killed, and then the cab driver witnesses it. He is killed.
His name is like Igor.
Yeah, Igornovich or something stupid like that. They are found by Stacy Keach, who, Rachel, you only really know him from American History X. He's like the head of the Skinheads. And
He's the mad scientist.
he's the mad scientist, and Pavel is his sidekick. They take out the damaged part of Bruce Campbell's brain. They put the good part of Igor's brain. Is his name Igor? Yeah, or something like that. Into Bruce Campbell's head, and that's why he looks really stupid like that. And then they try to get revenge on the gypsy girl for killing them both. And then yes, the gypsy girl ends up killing Bruce's wife, and then her brain is implanted in. I don't know if it's a sex doll robot type of thing, but either way, into the robot body of some stupid robot that is created by Pavel. So basically, Rachel was right. She just forgot about the gypsy lady. Okay. Now, do you want to go with my thoughts on the movie first before we talk about how much you fucking hated it? Because we already know that we could tell through your description that you hated it.
Go ahead.
Okay. First off, yes, this movie, it is a very slow burn for me. It's kind of boring until Bruce and Igor are killed, and then they're mixed together. I think though that once they're brought back to life and put together, I think this movie is a lot of fun, because we rely on Bruce's physical comedy, especially like I love the scene when they're at the restaurant and they're arguing over whether they should have scotch or vodka. And then the poor waitress has to deal with that, Bruce talking to himself, and she thinks he's getting insulted. And then when they go to the salad bar, and Bruce is trying to put, Igor's trying to put like all the nasty food on it, and Bruce is freaking out, and he just wants coleslaw. And so that stuff is funny. The physical comedy when Bruce is punching himself, I think, is a lot of fun. So there's a lot of physical comedy stuff. I really like. You said what did you call him? Like an extra greasy Tobey Maguire. I like Pavel as Ted Raimi. He is like this white boy hip hop type of person, with the hat like that type of thing, and he not beatboxes, but he scratches records and stuff like that. Remember, this is made in 2005, but they're in Bulgaria, so they're like still in the 80s. I like
the 90s because the guy had a tracksuit on.
Okay, so I liked him a lot. I thought the robot thing was stupid. The robot was really dumb. Stacy Keach was fun as the mad scientist. Anything else? You can go ahead and start adding your thoughts, like, because you take notes.
I did take notes.
So overall, we'll get into it more, but I really had a lot of fun after that first like half hour. How bad did you hate this, and why?
Well, it was boring.
Yeah.
It was stupid. I hated greasy Tobey Maguire.
Why?
Because he was stupid. I didn't understand why the mad scientist wanted to put two brains together.
Because he's a mad scientist.
I didn't get that part. I thought I didn't understand why they made the one girl wear a wig.
Yeah, his wife, the actress who plays his wife, has a really bad blonde wig. I don't know why. Maybe she had dark hair, and it was just to be different from the gypsy woman, who I don't think was that great of an actress either. Like, the acting is atrocious. When your best actor is Bruce Campbell, who, like, everybody in horror loves Bruce Campbell because Ash and all the other stuff he's done. He's a very charming guy, but he's not the best actor in the world, and he is the best actor in this, and that doesn't say much because he's not really that good in this, other than when he's like punching himself in the face and all the visual gags. So.
I thought Bruce was kind of a wimp at first, because the one part when they're all in a taxi, him, his wife, and Igor, and Igor, when they're in Gypsy Town, Igor gets out of the car because some guys are wanting to steal his car. He tells them to stay in the car. And Igor is going to need some help, but Bruce Campbell doesn't want to get out of the car. He's like, well, I don't know. So the girl...
His wife.
His wife, like, tries to help as
Mhm.
much as she can, and he just sits there the whole time.
Yeah, he's Bruce Campbell is really good at being a prick.
Right.
And yeah, that's one of the main problems is his character is not very likable,
Mm-hmm.
at least in the beginning, until he
And-
dies.
And then they have a strange marriage, but it's almost like everybody is almost hooking up with somebody else in
Mhm.
the movie. But then all of a sudden, Bruce and his wife are in love.
Yeah,
All of a sudden,
they're still in love after she banged Igor in the taxi cab.
right?
And Bruce, who is the asshole, he kisses the gypsy in the hotel room, and she wants to do more, but he shoots her down.
Mm-hmm. And she steals his money and the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, you can tell how thrilled she is to be doing this video.
Mhm.
She's barely awake.
No, it wasn't. It was not good.
I thought there were some good stunts. I liked was it Bruce is chasing them on a pink moped, like he's
Well, okay. That I was like, in what world would you see a giant man riding a little moped? Like, and I think I said, can you imagine if Andre the Giant was riding by in a pink moped?
But see, that's what makes it funny, though. It's
Okay, that part was kind of funny, but I don't ever have to see this movie again.
Yeah. I think some of the action sequences were pretty good when Bruce is on the pink moped. I think he's chasing either Pavel or just like the band of gypsy bad guys. There's some good fight sequences, I think, in the bar. I think you already tuned out when he was at the bar fighting the bad guys. The one poor gypsy guy that has the same finger broken 3 times.
Yeah.
That was a funny running gag, right?
Yeah.
She shrugs. Yeah, she really hated this movie. I really liked that part. The problem is there is some, because of how low budget it is. I think this was produced by the Sci-Fi Channel, and of course, filming in Bulgaria, it's super cheap. But they still couldn't afford, like when Bruce is stuck on the hood of Pavel's van or whatever, and you could tell it's just a dummy attached to it. They don't even attempt to make it look like it's Bruce.
When his wife fell down the stairs, you could totally tell it was a dummy.
Yeah, it was definitely a mannequin. But I love, like I said, the physical comedy, I think, is the main reason to watch this for Bruce and for Ted Raimi. Because I love when Pavel crashes his van. I love how he hits his head, and he turns, looks at the camera, he spits out some teeth, and he falls backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think she liked this movie at all. So, is there anything else you want to add, positive or negative, about this before we close? Because I don't think you really have that much to say.
Not positive, no.
Anything else you want to add at all?
Nope, not really.
All right. Well, Rachel obviously gives this a glowing review. I think, like I said, if you can get past the first very slow half hour.
Oh, I will add one thing.
Okay.
It takes 30 minutes. 30 to 40 minutes before he is killed.
Yeah.
And before that, it's just boringness.
Yeah. I will give Rachel that. Until he's killed and until Igor is killed, it's a lot of nothing. It's a lot of Bruce arguing with his wife, Gypsy Town, Gypsy stuff, Igor, Bruce arguing with his wife. So this was like an hour and 39 minutes. You could have made it like maybe an hour and 15 type of thing if you had to.
Made it a half an hour.
No, there's more good stuff than a half hour. But it's a very slow beginning. If you get past that, if you're a Bruce Campbell fan and you've never seen it, give it a shot. He's done worse than this. But watch it for the physical comedy, I think, at least for Bruce and from Ted Raimi. Goofy, cheesy. I really enjoy it. Rachel fucking hated it, as you can tell from her glowing review. Now, don't answer, if this is the worst movie you've watched yet.
Good.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I know the answer. If you can give one final, definitive thought in your review for this, what would it be? like what I just said, physical comedy is good, slow beginning. What would you like to end on? Your final thoughts on this movie?
Don't watch it.
There you go. As you can see here from Fangoria magazine, Bruce Campbell, king of all horror media, and if it said producer Rachel, or if it just said Rachel, producer of Two Bearded Losers, don't watch it. All right, how we always end the series of videos. We try to keep a list going on of the worst films we have made each other watch. So far, mine still running, I believe, is what was it, the summer camp one? True Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And so far, her worst film that I've made her watch was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the one where they go back in time. Rachel, is The Man with the Screaming Brain worse than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's boring.
But so was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
But this is stupid and boring. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was stupid, but you can see that they were trying to be stupid.
All right. They were trying to be stupid?
I think they were trying to be serious, but it came out stupid.
Well, there you have it, folks. We have a new champion. The worst film that I've made Rachel watch so far, Bruce Campbell's The Man with the Screaming Brain. Don't worry. Soon, Rachel will get her revenge on me, and I'm sure she's got a lot of ideas.
Yep.
So with that, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Click the bell. Comment below. Tell me if you enjoy this film like me. If you fucking hate it like Rachel. We got some other things planned for the channel. Me and Rachel have thought we might, talk Indiana Jones sometimes. Not with this Please Don't Make Me Watch stuff. We mentioned like Van Helsing, a couple other things. But Two Bearded Losers might be coming back next month. Me and Frenzy have some talking to do, and we're excited with that. But after all, that jazz, I'll just say thanks for watching and cheers.